How's it going, guys? I'm out in our freestyle barn right now. Yesterday we got our floor scraping robots going, and right now this one's actually not going to work. We have to get a new charger pack for it. For some reason it will charge, but then it stops working after a little bit. The one on this side's working really good though. It's been running for a full day every hour. Hasn't given me any trouble at all. So far we just had it running without the water. Got this line hooked up and I want to turn it on now and try it. We know it drives in correctly. I just haven't actually filled it up with water and had it running. Just drive in right to there and it'll just shoot water in. It's got a 5-gallon tank or something in there. And then there's a little spray nozzle down inside there that spray a little small amount of water out in front of it as it's scraping. So right now I had the water off. Just have to change the settings. The next run is in 15 minutes. Just thinking I should zip tie this hose to this gate. Should take off in a minute or two. What? I guess I don't have the settings right. I thought I switched it. I'll have to check it out then. I'm gonna let it run. It's the next morning now. This is my first time milking since we got the scraper in. Really staying nice in here. The beds are definitely a little bit cleaner. You still have to clean off the leaking milk and piles of manure, but there's just less little bits of dirt up front. I can see it's gonna make a difference. You definitely just feel lighter on your feet walking through here. It's not building up on my boots. I think the cows probably will like that over time, just being a little bit easier to walk around. We got the milking finished up. We're working at a couple things in the barn now, a couple little issues. So one of the issues is in the milking parlor. I can show you that then. Also these robots, there's a couple little bugs we have to get worked out. I am 41% sure I figured out the issue. It's gonna be running in about 5 minutes. It should go get water this time. I did find a setting. There's like a 4th different thing you had to have straightened out to make sure it goes and gets water. Something in the route settings for the specific route, you have to have the water turned on. I think it's gonna work now. So I'm gonna wait here for that. We'll see if it works. My dad's at the dealer right now getting the part that we need to get that other robot going. When he gets back, we're gonna set that up. We got water. So it should stop there and wait. I don't know if it takes a minute to fill the tank up and then back out and then do the route. It's working. Looks like we got it lined up pretty good. It didn't take too long to fill up. Now I don't know if the pump is working and if the nozzle is clear. We haven't run it at all, so I don't see water shooting out yet. I guess I'll let this route run, see if anything changes as it goes. My dad just got back with this charging pack, so we'll put this on there later. Right now we're gonna go work in the parlor because we're not milking. It's the time to work in there. We can do this while the milking's going then. Recently we put new end gates on the front of our parlor because the old ones were giving some trouble. They were wearing out. We used to have 2 gates that swung open in the middle, so we'll just simplify it and put a single gate, but the problem is now they're pushing through it. There's a little too much leverage out on this end. That's gonna hit the milk pipe.
Is that open the whole way there?
Yeah. So it's too much. We gotta go back that way from. There. So this is what we ended up doing. The cylinder had been attached right here. We just bolted this piece of metal on top. The cylinder will have a little bit more leverage. We had to kind of find that sweet spot because if we come too far out, it wasn't opening the gate far enough. You can only bring it out about 4 more inches. It's just been a lot of messing around and I'm not sure what the best solution is. It's a little harder to pull it, but it feels like I still can though. And we're gonna try it this afternoon during the milking and see if any cows are pushing through. If anybody has any ideas, we could put some sort of latch on here. Have to design a way that it releases, that it's an air gate, so the latch needs to release when we open the gate. Have to hook it up to the air as well or something. I don't know how that would work. Sometimes things just don't go real easy and smooth. I'm back out here at the robots. I'm gonna replace that charger pack. First, I wanted to try and get the sprinkler to work. I found the sprinkler test on the remote there, and I got it shooting water out now, but it's not really spraying it out very evenly. Might need a new nozzle, or I might need to take it apart and maybe there's some dirt in it or something. Good to know the pump works. So last time it wasn't putting any water out. This time it actually is. It's just not a nice spray. Just need to get that nozzle working. I'll try and do that then. I'm gonna replace this battery pack. So I'll drive the unit forward and then open the charger up. So this one works off Bluetooth. The other one is the handheld controller. So we're replacing this guy. I just have to take these two little bolts out. So when you're working on a slided floor, you gotta be careful. You can easily drop stuff in the pit, so I like to keep something underneath. We'll just drop the new box in there. Should be pretty simple. We got that one set up and charging now. Now this one we want to lift up and look at the water nozzle and see if we can fix it.
Yeah.
So that's a little water nozzle there. We'll have to take it off and maybe there's some dirt stuck inside. Definitely better. Yeah, I think that's about what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
We got Dad driving this one now. So now hit enter and then just hit start. Yep, what helps we had the feed pusher, so you already kind of knew how to,
Yeah.
it's sort of the same.
Yeah.
We stole the water nozzle off of that one because the water's not running there. Needs a couple parts. Stuck it on this one. I'm gonna park this now and then we'll see how the water works. Dad's bringing a skip of wood shavings up. We're gonna bed these calves. Due for a good bedding. And I have about 5 to move out, I think. Yeah, that one looks to be working better. Still not sure if it's pumping at full power. Seems like it should be putting a little more water out than that. Those of you that have these, is that what it's supposed to look like, or is it supposed to put more water out than that? At least we're making some progress. Maybe if it does that multiple rounds, it'll start cleaning up a little better. I don't know. Let's get these calves moved out quick. got a power problem. It's Saturday night, about to milk, 8 o'clock. And electric's acting weird, so we're gonna set the generator up. Well, it's good to know we have a backup. So we just have a generator on the tractor. We had a bit of a mess trying to get the system to work. Some things were switched off and we had to figure out, get the milkers going. It's going now. It's amazing how much we rely on electricity. We called the power company and they got here within an hour after we called. They're up there working right now. We had snow and wind today. They're probably pretty busy. They got it going. We only had our tractor running for 45 minutes or something. They came and got it fixed up. The wind blew something off up there. I don't know. Electrician stuff. So I'll go park this in the shed and it's about bedtime. I'm just happy everything's working. I don't know how much it's actually snowing, but it's definitely blowing around a lot tonight. Supposed to get down to the teens Fahrenheit tonight. Yesterday it got down under 20 degrees and we realized once it gets that cold they don't work too good. Once the slats start freezing up, manure can't fall through and then they get stuck, so we had to just park them for a day. Should be good until next winter. It's not really supposed to get that cold again. So I was reading through the comments and some different questions. We did buy these used, that's why we put new tires on them right off the bat. This one's 7 years old, the other one's 5 years old. So there's a pre-programmed route. It takes about 25 minutes to run and do half the barn. It just takes 3 passes in the back alley, 3 passes in the front. And then it sits on the charger. We have it running about once an hour right now. Kind of thinking we could run them maybe a little less often. Like right now they're pretty clean. Maybe do it every hour and 15 minutes, save a little bit of wear on the machines. They have to be sitting and charging for at least 60% of the time. So right now they're pretty much at max capacity, running every hour. We do not have our water system running. The water is designed more for the summer. Once we get to winter, I'm just gonna drain the lines out so that we don't have anything freezing up. During the winter, the slats stay wetter. It's not usually too dry. So they're bumped up against the wall. It's programmed that it knows what close to when it's going to hit the wall because of the wheel, just how many turns it's made. But if they slip a little bit or whatever, it's not going to know the exact distance. So once it bumps into a wall, it knows exactly where it is. It's running straight across, it's going to bump into that wall, back up, head down that way. So these are specifically designed for slatted floors. Yeah, you know, the slats let most of the stuff through. There's a little bit on top. It scrapes, just scrapes right across it. Pushes anything down into the holes in the floor. Just have that wiper blade there. I turned the beeping down on it. I guess that's there to warn the cows. Just seemed a little bit loud when I first had it going. So over here, this is the spot that's been giving some issues. They had it programmed to bump up against this wall and back up, but for some reason it gets hung up here and tries about 4 times until it finally gets out of the corner. I need to ask a pro about how to make that adjustment. It looks like it's gonna make its way out eventually. Yeah. Keep going, buddy. Keep going. Yep. So now it's gonna follow along the headlocks with the ultrasound. Right in there's the ultrasound sensor, and it's just glancing off that concrete wall there. It's gonna keep it right behind that rubber mat. We're not running it up in this area at all because if the cows are eating, we don't want it chasing, like driving right through the cows, and we have the headlocks, so if they be locked in, we don't want it driving underneath. Usually these stay pretty clean, especially the front. The back, not too bad either. The robots are taking over. I'm just hoping they don't get a mind of their own. Kind of have a small army out here now. So this video is going to be a fun one to edit. I've been filming random stuff over the last 4 days and I don't know what it's going to end up looking like. Hopefully you enjoy it. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.